Now, during Sunday night's Democratic debate in Flint, there were a few moments where things got very contentious, right? One of which is during a fiery discussion on the bailout of GM, Ford, the auto industry, as well as the bank bailout, where Bernie Sanders was interrupted while trying to make a point by Mrs. Clinton. Let's watch that moment.
He was against the auto bailout. In January of 2009, President-elect Obama asked everybody in the Congress to vote for the bailout. The money was there and had to be released in order to save the American auto industry and 4 million jobs, and to begin the restructuring. We just had the best year that the auto industry has had in a long time. I voted to save the auto industry. He voted against the money that ended up saving the auto industry. I think that is a pretty big difference.
Well, if you are talking about the Wall Street bailout, where some of your friends destroyed this economy.
You know...
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Let him run.
If you're going to talk, tell the whole story,
well,
Senator
let
Sanders.
me tell my story, you tell yours.
I will.
Your story is for voting for every disastrous trade agreement and voting for corporate America.
Do you see that side eye? You serious? I voted against the bailout? Look, the bailout that he voted against was for Wall Street, not against the auto bailout. It's amazing, but you know what? Doesn't even matter because he was rude and sexist. At least that's, of course, what you hear from establishment media. They don't talk about the facts. No. What they're going to talk about is how sexist and condescending he was. Now, I was looking at today, of course, at articles and found it Huffington Post, Salon, Vox, etc. were all calling him sexist, rude, and condescending. How dare you interrupt a woman while she's attempting to interrupt you? How dare you take your time back? Now, Senator Sanders later on, earlier today actually, was asked for his response by a reporter. Let's take a look at his response.
There's been a lot of talk about your tone yesterday debate, and some of the Hillary Clinton campaign has come on today and said that they found some of it to be sort of condescending.
Did they? Did they really? And did you check how much time Hillary Clinton spoke during the debate?
No, sorry.
You have not. And did you check out how often Hillary Clinton interrupted me? Well, I think if given the fact that during that debate she ended up going on many occasions spoke a lot longer than the time allotment allowed, and when I was speaking she interrupted me. I did not interrupt her. Despite the fact that she spoke longer than red lights went on, she kept talking. I didn't interrupt her. But I think in the middle of the debate, if somebody is trying to make a point and somebody else interrupts you, I think that's fine.
I mean, there it is. Did you hear the question, though? I know it was a little bit hard to hear the question, but, well, what about your tone? Some people say we're condescending, right? Oh, really? Did they? This guy gives no fucks about the media. He's like, oh, did they say I was condescending? Oh, that's interesting. Did you check how much time she spoke? She actually spoke a little bit longer. And, of course, how many times did you check how many times she interrupted me? Or were you just coming after me? Did you actually do your research, or are you just trying to create a narrative? Interesting. Now, what's funny is that Sanders, he said, no. I wasn't being rude. She was interrupting me all the time, and I finally said, enough. Excuse me, I'm trying to make a point here. So here's the thing, right? This is a debate. This is the point of where people naturally become very passionate, right? And they want to make a point. You want to get your point across. I've been on panels where people interrupt each other all the time in order to get out their thoughts. But apparently, if you interrupt a woman, or if you're interrupted by a woman, you can't actually say, hey, can I finish my point? And then it's your turn, right? If you apparently have any problem with being interrupted by a woman and you bring it up, you're a sexist. Now, I don't believe in that. I've been on panels with women. I've been interrupted by women. And you know what? That's called a debate. It's a debate. And yet, sure, it may be rude, but remember, we're in a political context here where male candidates interrupt each other, where female candidates interrupt each other, while male and female, it doesn't matter. It's a debate. That's part of the territory. That's part of the territory. See, I thought equality was all about treating people the same. Now, you would think, you think there would be a problem with two male candidates doing that, right? Interrupting each other? No, absolutely not. See, the problem is if you want equality, you also can't ask for special rules. You can't. You can't. And see, here's the thing. I consider Hillary Clinton an excellent debater, and she's a very savvy politician. She's very qualified. She's very intelligent. And she's a damn good politician. She's good at playing the game, right? She's, to borrow, I guess, a phrase from her, she's broken a lot of barriers in her career. And I give her credit for that. She does not need your special treatment. She can handle herself. Hillary supporters, I'm talking to you. She does not need your protection. She's a lifelong politician. She was a Secretary of State. She has and can hang with the big boys. She can handle herself. By pulling this, oh, Bernie's so sexist and condescending bullshit, you're actually doing Hillary Clinton a disservice. Do you think, honestly, do you think Putin is going to give a shit whether or not, what tone they use, and whether or not it's condescending? Do you think that Donald Trump or Ted Cruz, which are the likely nominees at this point for the Republican side, do you think they're going to care at all about their tone? Do you think they're going to care at all if they're condescending? No, absolutely not. You cannot have special rules. And trust me, Ted Cruz and Donald Trump are actual misogynists. Actual misogynists. They're actually sexist. Not Senator Sanders. Senator Sanders, let me tell you about Senator Sanders, right? Senator Sanders is the most liberal senator in Congress. The most liberal. If this guy can be considered a sexist, someone who has a 100% rating from narrow pro-choice, who's fought for women's rights and reproductive access for his entire career, who's fought for LGBT people, who's fought for civil rights. You think this guy can be sexist? You think he could be sexist? If you think that, if you honestly think this guy, the most liberal senator, who's fought for all sorts of rights, can be sexist, then I guess all of us, everyone, is apparently a fucking sexist.